Good afternoon, sports fans from all around the globe. I am your host, Jeff Dawson, East Coast Sports Investors, and this is the Closing Bell, Wednesday, January 26th. 5 days left of February. Hope everyone's having a great, blessed day today. Shout out to anyone that listened and watched last night. First, hats off to Mr. Lucky himself. If you're not following this guy, go to Twitter at Follow Fade. A great, great follow. A man with so much content, knowledge uh, about sports, about life, and that's what we're here and all about. Here yesterday, I talked about a couple live dogs that ended up coming in. The one that really stuck out to us was Indiana State against Missouri State. Missouri State over the weekend just knocked off its arch rival. And then came in a 5.5 point favorite. Indiana State box to wire wins outright there. One of the other games that stuck out, Pittsburgh and Syracuse. Syracuse came in 4.5 point favorites at Pitt, and Pitt struggled early and rallied the troops and wins the game outright there as well. And in the hockey, the reason I brought this game up, we had that game about 10 days ago on the ECSI VIP experience and lost. And it was the same exact blueprint, the same exact everything. Buffalo traveled to Ottawa, and Ottawa was like minus 220, 230, 240, something like that. And we had them on the puck line plus 115, 120, whatever you got them there. Tonight and today, actually, here I am flying solo. So everyone bear with me here. I'm going to try. I got 3 screens in front of me, so I will try to be as productive as possible to keep you guys basically in the ring, ready to go for tonight. It's a big slate. Took some overnight numbers like we do every night and took a look at them bright and early this morning while most of you guys were sleeping. Been following them throughout the day. On our midday market report today, we had Andrew McGinnis at Wager Talk and McGinnis picks, talking NHL, talking NFL weekend, and he gave out a few nuggets for tonight in the hockeys as well. So what I want to do today here is I'm just going to quickly go. There's a game that smells to me in the NBA, and then I'm going to go through the college ranks for what I see personally. Just give you some numbers and leans and some reverse line movement, line freezes, and that might help you as you get closer to the window. On the bottom of the page is our crawler right here. If you get a second, this would be a huge, huge help. Just jump on over to YouTube at East Coast Sports Investors. Subscribe. It's free. Tell a friend. And we got some big stuff brewing. So without further ado, I'm going to bring over the Wager Talk screen like we do every day. And then I'm going to be bopping back and forth with the pregame screen and see if we can find some winners for everyone tonight. Hope everyone's having a great day. By the way, the locals, I tell you, I don't know what to say here. Friday night into Saturday, Armageddon. I mean, the Euro maps are showing 2 to 3 feet of snow. A good friend of mine, Gary Brown, who does meteorology on his own, just flashed that someone just said 8 to 16 inches. And then the news and the weather are saying rain on the Cape. So I don't know what to expect. I guess hold off, wait, or go run, get your milk, eggs, and bread and get ready. Make sure everything's charged up. We will have high winds, which will not be good for us here. So anyways, the one game that sticks out and smells to me is this. Rotation number 545, 546. It's a 10-10 start. Phoenix at Utah. No one's hotter than Phoenix. What really strikes me here is the game opened up at 4.5 and is went to 1.5. That's a correction. When you see a line drop 2.5 points, and it's that same 2.5 point drop across the Vegas Strip and everywhere else, that's a correction. But what really showing here is 55% of the bets, 63% of the money, all coming in on Phoenix, yet the line hasn't moved. So I would definitely have a lean here on Utah. You might be able to get them at +2. They're +2 right now at WinBet, probably around 115, 118 on the money line. So keep an eye on that one there. Going to go up to some college games. Again, I'm just going to read this board. If you have any questions, you can DM me right here, or you can go over to Twitter at EC Sports Invest. Direct message me there, and I can answer anything. One of the high profile games today, rotation number 675, 676, Florida at Tennessee. It's a 6 p.m. start. Tennessee opened up at 8.5 and is now 9.5. 56% of the bets, 68% of the money, all coming in on Tennessee. So the number is moving correctly there. This one, mixed conflicts, whatever you want to say here. Rotation number 677, 678, Northwestern at Michigan. First of all, this is not the same Michigan team in the past. And Northwestern is sneaky. I'll use the word sneaky there. Michigan opened up at 7, is 8.5 at our friends at Circa. Good afternoon, Derek, Mr. Metcalf and company, Mr. Benson himself. 8 at Westgate, South Point, DraftKings, yada, yada, yada. 54% of the bets, 52% of the money coming in on Northwestern. So, again, reverse line movement currently on at Michigan here. Now, I'm going to go over to pregame.com. I'm looking at $54,000 wagered on this game, and I'm seeing 71% of the tickets and 73% of the money at pregame all on Michigan. So the numbers would be going in the Michigan favor there. So what do I do with a game like this? We pass. It's a good line freeze here. Rotation number 679, 680, 6:30 p.m. tip-off. Providence at Xavier. It's a flat 8. It's a line freeze. Hasn't moved yet. 85% of the bet, 79% of the money is on Providence. Yes, that number does look high. It looks high for a reason. Yet 59% of the money and 73% of the tickets are on Providence. So line freeze, lean Xavier there. That line should be moving down, and it hasn't moved. Vegas does not want to get off that number of 8. One of the stenches of the night, rotation number 681, 682, also a 6:30 p.m. tip-off. Creighton at Butler. Creighton at Butler. Creighton opened up -4.5. It's 2.5 at Circa, 3 at Westgate and South Point. 59% of the bets, 68% of the money all on Creighton, yet the line is dropping. Reverse line movement on Butler. Now, if you have a weak stomach, do not take Butler. Trust me on that. Brad Stevens isn't coaching this game either. It's a team that just, again, has flashes, especially at home. The number is moving, reverse line movement on Butler. The public's all in on Creighton. Over at pregame, I'm seeing 68% of the tickets, 68% of the tickets are on Creighton. 51% of the money is on Butler. So a 51-49 split, yet the line is dropping. So if you can shop around, grab your Butler +3 here, live dog, and you could probably get them probably around +130, 133, I would guess, on the money line there. What else can we talk about here for everyone tonight? Rotation number 713, 714, Oklahoma at West Virginia, 8 p.m. start. West Virginia -2 across the Vegas Strip. 83% of the bets, 67% of the money, all in on West Virginia, yet the line has not moved. Over here at pregame, let me pull that one up. 713. 84% of the tickets, 72% of the money on West Virginia, yet the line hasn't moved. $45,000 we're tracking here. So Oklahoma +2 would be a lean, probably around 118 on the money line as well. I want to go up 2 games here and talk about this one. Rotation number 709, 710, Bradley at Valpo, 7 p.m. start. Bradley opened at 1, currently 1.5, yet 74% of the bets, 91% of the money is all on Valpo. We're only tracking about $5,200 in bets, yet the line hasn't moved there. And actually at the Vegas Strip, Bradley is -2. So anyone looking to get into that game, I would suggest Bradley on the money line. It's probably around -122, 125 there. All right, let's see what else we got for you. This is another one. 8 p.m. tip-off. The Drake, rotation number 719 at Illinois State, 720, another mid-major classic. Opened at 1.5, is a flat 4, a correction of 2.5 points. Drake has already beat Illinois State by 10 this year. 54% of the bets, 94% of the money on Illinois State, yet the line hasn't moved. Classic line freeze there. 719 over at pregame. I'm showing 78% of the tickets, 89% of the money here on Drake. So again, mixed numbers, conflict. One site says one thing, one site says another thing. So when that happens, what do? We pass. Money coming in on Okie State, an Iowa State team that started the season 12-0. Okay, going in opposite directions. I think the opening number was correct. It is now 3.5. 51% of the bets, 58% of the money, all coming in on Okie State. Opened at 2.5, now 3.5. I would stay away there. 725, 726. Rotation number 725, 726, Central Florida at Wichita State. Wichita State opened up at 4, currently at 4 at pregame.com. 61% of the tickets all on Central Florida. 61% of the money all on Wichita State. That is called an absolute classic there, meaning more bets on one side, more money on the other side, and it's a dead heat, basically, and that's a line freeze. Here at Wager Talk, opened at 4, currently at 3.5. So they're showing a little stronger money coming in on Central Florida, and the line has dropped a half point. Definitely a pass there for me there. We got stung on this game earlier this year. Rotation number 731, 732. VCU at Davidson. When Davidson came into VCU, we had VCU there. Davidson was on a big winning streak, and they won that game. This game here, Davidson opened at 5 and is now 3.5. 52% of the bets, 77% of the money, all on VCU. So a little revenge factor here for VCU. I'm going to go over to pregame right now and take a look at that for everyone. 61% of the bets are coming in on Davidson, and a 52-48 split on VCU in the money. So I lean VCU in the revenge factor. Can they win the game outright? Sure. Will they? I don't know. But if you can get a 3.5/4, there's a lean there for that one. Next one, in the Big Ten, rotation number 733, 734, Penn State at Indiana. Indiana opened at 9, now 8.5. At pregame, 83% of the bets, 93% of the money, all in on Indiana. Yet the line has gone from 9 to 8.5. So I'm showing reverse line movement on Penn State. If you were to dive into that game, I would suggest a lean on Penn State. Money coming in on the Tulane Green Wave. Like I said, with the Pitt, Syracuse, and there's a handful of other games, the dogs usually do well here, okay? 57% of the bets, 54% of the money is coming in on Tulane. The line hasn't moved. I think Tulsa's a live dog today. I think you can get them probably also around plus 130, 133 on the money line. Keep an eye on Tulsa tonight. Line freeze. Rotation number 739, 740. NC State at Notre Dame opened at 5, still at 5 at pregame. 69% of the bets, 56% of the money, all in on Notre Dame. The line has not moved. A classic line freeze. So again, if you were going to dip your toes in there, I'd suggest NC State plus the 5. And I said if. I didn't say we're releasing it. I said if. The last game, rotation number 749, 750, 10:30 p.m. tip-off. San Diego State at Utah. San Diego State opened up at 1, still is 1. 61% of the bets, 61% of the money is coming in on them at pregame. when I go over to Wager Talk, I'm seeing 63% of the bets, 73% of the money on Utah State, which would mean that there's a line freeze the other way. I would lean San Diego State, but again, conflicting information, I would stay away there. One hockey game's got my eyes, guys, and it's more just because of the stench. No one's hotter in the planet than the Colorado Avalanche. No one. 9-0-1, their last 10. Income, the Bruins, who are limping again, just lost at home to Anaheim. Just the number itself smelled to me. The opening number was only minus 170. I thought it should have been a lot higher. 74% of the bets, 91% of the money, all coming in on Colorado. Yet they're only 173 right now as a favorite. The Bruins are plus 157. And if I can pull that up here at pregame, see if I can get some numbers. Yeah, 86% of the bets. I'm sorry, 82% of the bets, 86% of the money, all in on Colorado. Yet on pregame, they're showing they opened at 177, now 175. So heavy reverse line movement on the Bruins. Bruins are not playing well right now. They're offensively challenged, especially against this powerhouse Avalanche. But if you're looking for a little frozen pond action, a little pizza and beer money, however you want to slice it, the Bruins plus 157 right now. I think is a live dog. I think they got a good opportunity. They're on a 3-game road trip. This is the first game, and I think they're in a great spot here. So that's my closing bell in a nutshell. Again, if anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, you can always reach us. We're here. We're here to answer any questions. And yes, good afternoon, Mr. Hewlin, my buddy Billy. Let's cash some tickets, Jeffrey. That's damn right. That's what we're here for, right? Marathon, not a sprint. I went and got a new pair of Nikes actually yesterday, so we're ready. We took the night off, gave out some winners here. That's what I'm most proud of, obviously. And now it's time to get back into the saddle and get ready. So I gave you guys some live dogs again in college hoops, gave you some line freezes. Talked about the Bruins and the potential upset. Wouldn't go crazy on that game. It's just the opening number of Colorado minus 170 really seemed low. First of all, they were minus 600 last weekend. They were minus 450 not too long ago. So I know the Bruins are apples and oranges versus some of these other teams, but the line, they're baiting you to take the Avs. And again, 9-0-1 the last 10. So can't thank you guys enough. The Crawler, EC Sports Invest. That's me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at East Coast Sports Investors. You'd make my day if you went over there and subscribed. You would really make my day. Just go over, subscribe. It's free. Turn on your notifications. You'll never miss a show. I'll be back tomorrow morning with the Breakfast Bankroll. Thursday afternoon at 2:00 my time, East Coast time. Colton Soroka, one of the guys from the Windy City at Talking the Line, will be talking some mid-major games. And then tomorrow night, Scott will be back for the closing bell. And we'll get ready for the weekend. We're getting closer to football. Kansas City's still a flat 7. The Rams have touched 4 and back to 3.5. But we'll get into those games the closer we get to kickoff. So anyone wagering today, always remember this: you wager with your head, not your heart. If you have a problem, reach out, grab the phone, ask for help. There's an 800 number right there. Okay, why? Because we care. We want you here today, tomorrow, next week, next month, through 2022 and beyond. So everyone here, wager and invest responsibly. Have some fun with this. Any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, have a blessed evening, cash some tickets, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.